I'm Jill Fernandez. Attitude makes a big difference in life. Mindfulness is a great tool that can be used every day to make work and home life fuller and more enjoyable. Let's learn more.
The world simply moves at a faster pace than it used to. The chaos of daily life takes a toll on health.
Most of our lives are lived in a very chaotic way. We feel that we have time to do it all.
Raising perfect children, going back to school, keeping up with family and friends. The never-ending to-do list is a major cause of stress.
Thinking about, I need to send this email, I need to make that telephone call. And we're on, like a computer server, on all the time.
We go to sleep at night, our minds are so busy most of the time that the mind continues, it's like a radio that is on and it refuses to turn off. Many people experience insomnia. We can become very, very stressed about what if, and we are not able to rest and enjoy.
Many people become so wrapped up trying to achieve the perfect life, they live under constant stress and never stop to enjoy life.
And our lives can become easily into, once I get this house, once I get this car, my children go to school, and we waste the whole life. We are so goal-oriented. We are tired and we don't listen to that. We continue. The more I produce, the more I can get done, the more I can achieve. It's about taking time to stopping, taking time to come back to ourselves.
Slowing down and simply enjoying the present helps improve happiness and relieve stress.
Whenever our mind begins to move into the future, I need to do this, I need to do that, today is a very busy day. Catching ourselves doing that and just coming back to our breath, coming back to whatever we're eating, if we're walking, coming back to inhabiting the body. It's about learning to take moments, just a moment here, a moment there, to bring our mind to our body. All the work of mindfulness is in the present moment. So coming back even for a few seconds to what we're doing is restful, is healing.
Maintaining a positive attitude makes it easier to get along with other people, both at work and at home.
We spend a lot of time at work just to show up because something needs to be done, because I need money to pay my bills. It's one way of living life. And another way is to become curious and really live life with a sense of wonder, a sense of freshness.
Anger is a common cause of poor communication and other workplace problems.
There are so many barriers to communication. Usually if someone is difficult, if someone is aggressive, that person is suffering at that moment. We don't see, we couldn't possibly know what that person is experiencing at home, what's happening in his or her life.
Anger is contagious. So if I walk into this room and I'm very angry and I said something, it's like I throw the ball of anger at you. If you're not aware, you will catch it and become angry also. You can walk the whole day with that anger, that angry feeling. And it's only with awareness.
This person is having a difficult day today. Can I extend kindness and compassion? Can I open my heart?
And that ball drops. And usually that person can feel that the heart is open, that there is someone there that is not reacting. And the energy changes.
Dropping the ball of anger reduces stress significantly. A simple technique to improve all interactions is called the stop technique.
I am upset. And I'm about to say something very unkind to you. The first thing is to stop, put the brake, stop, red light. S, stop. T, take a breath. The breath is one of the most important tools to come back to the present moment because it's always there.
O is opening the body. The mind-body connection is always present.
We contract the shoulders, the neck, in moments of difficulty. There is a contraction. And by noticing that I'm contracted, I can do the opposite. I can open, I can soften, I come back to my balance.
The technique is simple. Before sending a negative email or responding in a hurtful way, just stop.
The P, proceed with a different energy. So red light, stop. Yellow light, this is where we do all our work. Caution, if we are about to react, put the brake. Don't do anything. Think of the consequences. And so we can choose how to respond.
Making the effort to communicate better and be more mindful also improves focus.
On a daily basis, we will lose our balance constantly. And if we are not aware, we continue to lose more and more until we are really off center. So by being aware, we can catch ourselves. Mind goes there, I bring it here. Mind goes there, I bring it here. I am exercising that muscle of attention until eventually the mind begins to settle, begins to concentrate, begins to pay attention. We're able to focus in what we're doing, and we're able to rest, to be peaceful.
Improving focus at work, becoming a better listener, and maintaining balance throughout the day has many benefits that improve productivity.
In order to have a more balanced and happier life, the intention is to befriend ourselves. The intention is to be more kind and compassionate with ourselves. We will never be perfect. We will always be imperfect. And we live in an imperfect world. So is it possible to really embrace ourselves, treat ourselves with compassion?
Sometimes it's as simple as noticing when it's time to take a deep breath or go for a walk. Being more aware and mindful leads to better productivity at work and a fuller, happier life at home.
It's great to know being more mindful can easily fit into the day. Now to this month's promotionals.
I'm Dr. Bruce Campbell, here to deliver your men's health pitch. So what's the deal with that PSA blood test, otherwise known as the prostate-specific antigen? The test is intended to screen for prostate cancer, but its use is highly controversial. Critics of the test argue that it often identifies early-stage cancers which don't require treatment, the side effects which may result in urinary incontinence, or ED. For these reasons, the United States Preventative Service Task Force recommends against checking a man's PSA. Supporters of the test point out that it may be life-saving and can prevent one death for every 1,000 men screened over 1 decade. The American Urology Association recommends that for men ages 55 to 69 and younger men at a higher risk, such as African Americans and those with a family history of prostate cancer, whether to obtain the test should be a shared decision between you and your healthcare provider. Feeling confused? If so, your best bet is to discuss the issue with your doctor to determine which is the best decision for you. I'm Dr. Bruce Campbell with your Men's Health Pitch.
Try and avoid sneezing into your hand because you just contaminate them and then spread those germs everywhere. Focus on sneezing into your elbow, like this, and then you don't contaminate your hands. Turn on the water, wet your hands, apply a good amount of soap and lather up, and then focus on washing your hands for about 20 seconds, about the time it takes to sing Happy Birthday twice. Focus on washing the front of your hands, the back, in between the fingers, around the nails, and so on. And then rinse everything off. Use something to wipe your hands after that, preferably something disposable like a paper towel, and then use that to turn off the tap as well. If you get a chance, use that to also open the door to the bathroom as you're leaving. The best way to wash your hands is using running water and soap, but sometimes we don't have that available. So think about carrying with you a hand sanitizer. That should have at least 60% alcohol content.
For more information, visit www.cdc.gov or call 1-800-CDC-INFO.
Folks, why won't we go to the doctor? My uncle called, speech all slurred, complaining his arms numb. He called everyone. He even called my daughter Tiara, because, you know, she's got a year of nursing. Everyone thinks he needs to go to the doctor, including me. So he said, well, will you take me? I'm like, I'm on the road. He goes, I'll wait. Stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love have symptoms of stroke, don't wait. It may be too late. Dial 911. Time lost is brain loss.
Healthwise Champions are associates who make health and wellness a priority. This month's champion is Lauren Motyl from Custom Operations. Let's meet Lauren.
My name is Lauren Motyl. I've been here for almost 7 years. Customer service is my current position in custom bags and accessories. I grew up in New Bedford, born and raised, played for New Bedford High School, and got a full ride to University of Central Florida. Came here, started working here as an intern, and worked my way up and got a full-time position.
In 2010, Lauren started traveling as a regional custom ball fitter. She was on the road most of the year.
The longer I was on the road, the less my health was a priority. You don't have access to grocery stores. You don't get to make your own food. It's never just like a plain salad with grilled chicken. There's, whether it's a marinade or high-calorie dressings, it all catches up. What's for breakfast? It's going to be mainly carbs, Dunkin' Donuts. Get breakfast sandwiches for a while, but 3 years later, you're sick of breakfast sandwiches, so then you go donut or muffin or whatever it may be. I was drinking soda and even Powerade in the day, and it kind of just starts snowballing. And then you're like, whoa, I gained 10 pounds. Nobody will notice. Like, it's 10 pounds, I'll lose it. But then it just kept tipping out, and I didn't feel comfortable.
In 2013, Lauren started working at Custom Operations. Lauren began experiencing health issues that affected her work and life.
I was starting to get tired throughout the day, stomach aches and stuff. I started to get headaches all the time, just run down.
Lauren wasn't feeling well. Her weight and cholesterol were up significantly.
At my highest, my cholesterol was 267. That was kind of the point where I decided I needed to do something, and I didn't want to have to go on any type of medication, so I figured a nutritionist was the first place to start. I started coaching with Jill in October of 2013. The first phase was really just a food log. The food log showed me how much soda I drank. I was like the biggest Coke fan ever. Not diet, regular. So again, it's a ton of sugar.
Lauren was eating too many empty carbs with no fiber, like pizza, pasta, potatoes, and white bread. Excess caffeine was upsetting her stomach, and soda was adding lots of sugar to her diet.
My water intake was probably not near where it should have been. The extra caffeine was kind of messing with my stomach. Carbs were like through the roof. Pasta I would decide to eat all the time for some reason. A lot was portion control as well.
Lauren needed to make some changes. Her old lifestyle included too much soda and caffeine, not enough water, carb overload, no portion control, and no activity. Lauren started by giving up soda and reducing empty carbs.
Cereal, fruit, I did a lot. Granted, it's sugars, but it's natural sugars. It's really just being mindful of what you're doing. It doesn't have to be salads every day, but if you're gonna go out for pizza, have a salad first and then maybe a slice or two.
Lauren made a big effort to be more active in her everyday lifestyle.
I joined a fast-pitch softball league. Stephanie Montero is on my softball team. She's the one that kind of got me playing. They needed players. You work up a sweat. And I do that with most things, whether it's yard work at the house, go with a couple friends around Buttonwood Park. We'd go for runs there, and they kind of stay on me to, push myself to run as far as possible. Now my treat will be, I'll have a little case of Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'll probably have 12 cans for at least a month, if not 2. Like, it's every, infrequently that I'll do it.
The numbers are down significantly, and Lauren feels the difference.
My heaviest I was at is 197 pounds. After a year working with Jill and just really watching my diet and just being a little bit more active, I'm down to 159. My cholesterol since working with Jill, 267 was the highest it was at. Now I believe it's 189. Having access to Healthwise coaches can check in and they can keep you on track.
By reducing caffeine and lowering her weight, this champion no longer gets headaches and has plenty of energy throughout the day.
Work, you kind of walk through the front door and forget about everything else, and it's like a new slate. You want to be happy. The headaches were starting, kind of want to look away from the computer, not read emails and papers that aggravate the headache more. You get kind of a little slower when you tend to be, not as awake and refreshed. And now, the day is just even keel. It's no issues. The changes I've made, it's a lot easier to do now. Looking back at last year, to know that if I maintain what I'm doing, I'll continue to feel that way. It's a lot better as far as just feeling better, not just work, but life as well.
Congratulations, Lauren. Keep up the great work. Until next time, I'm Jill Fernandez. Stay mindful.